You can redesign your money and redesign your life and still pay off debt. I know so because I'm doing so, and I am documenting and sharing the journey with you guys here. I'm Sharia, documenting my debt-free journey and helping other women achieve financial freedom, financial wellness without sacrificing joy or self-worth as a woman who wants more and knows that I deserve it, helping women who want more and know that they deserve it as well. Let's get into today's video. As a woman who has recently discovered that I want more and that I deserve it and that I can have it, and is currently shifting out of a lack mindset into an abundant mindset, I have come to the conclusion that I can have it all and still pay off debt. And I am here for those who want to do the same. I am here to share 3 game-changing debt strategies that allow you to have it all and pay off or prioritize debt. Because I no longer believe that you have to delay joy to pay off debt. I don't believe you have to sacrifice. I think that strategy aligns with a lack mindset. If it works for you, then that's great. I think the only difference between my strategy and like sacrificing everything and kind of following the DR plan is the time frame. You know, I could absolutely sacrifice everything, take away all the joy out of my life and just stick to this monotonous routine. And I probably could be out of debt in 1 year, but that would be one pure year of hell for me if I take out vacations, if I remove getting my hair done, if I remove getting my nails done, or even DIY those things, because I'm just at a big age where I am willing to pay for convenience. And that is one of the things that brings luxury into my life. Now, if you love DIYing, hey, I love that for you. It's just not my thing anymore. So I am here to share these 3 strategies, and it really came because I have been on this debt-free journey for years. If you're an original follower, then you know. If you know, you know. And I have tried the DR way where I sacrificed everything and I worked. And while it was effective in eliminating almost $20,000 worth of debt in about 16 months, I missed a lot of time out with my kids. And because I had sacrificed so much, although I was much more responsible with debt, I got right back into debt, making up for lost time from when I was sacrificing to get out of debt. So I've been on and off a debt-free journey for the last maybe 12 years for various different reasons. And I think this is my safe spot or my sweet spot. And I am willing to share my strategies, these 3 strategies with you, and specifically the one that works the best for me. So let's get into strategy number 1. The first strategy is cash flow stacking. And if you're not familiar, cash flow stacking is when you build multiple streams of income, stacking one on top of the other. I was first introduced to this strategy when I was in real estate school. Yes, I did do real estate for a brief moment. And there was a mentor who had kind of taken me under her wing, and she built several different streams of income, you know, her real estate income, which was her main source of income, and then affiliates, and then coaching. I mean, she just kept building different income streams, and each income stream outside of her priority or her main one was to pay for different luxuries or assets. So she had a vacation home, she had a luxury vehicle, she went on so many vacations, and all of these came out of the income stacking that she was doing. The top components of the income stacking strategy are: income doesn't have to come from just one job. Like I said, the realtor, she had several different streams of income, obviously, because it's income stacking. You are layering in income, kind of like building blocks. So you stabilize one source of income, and then you start to be creative with other streams of income. This could be things like digital products, speaking engagements, brand deals, social media or content creation income, things like that, where you have a main and source of income, which for me would be my private practice. And then you start to layer in and become creative and layer in additional streams of income. If this strategy sounds interesting to you, or if this strategy kind of aligns with what you're already doing, let me know down in the comments what type of income you are starting to layer in to build your dream life. Moving on to the second strategy, which is joy first budgeting or joy inclusive budgeting. And this is the strategy that I use. Basically, the concept of budgeting first, joy first or joy inclusive budgeting is you budget with your joy as the priority and not guilt. So your budget, the first line of your budget or the next line after your income for your budget may be the things that bring you joy, such as date nights or vacations or beauty maintenance or a new wardrobe or, whatever, maybe saving for that investment property, or like for me, my waterfront property. So you budget with joy as a priority or joy inclusive, and then you go from there to continue to build out your budgeting, but you also are prioritizing a certain amount of income or a certain percentage of your income towards debt, because you are still prioritizing getting out of debt. In addition to starting your budget with your joy, you also can include other luxuries. Like for me, it's beauty maintenance. I am redesigning my life, so there is a certain amount of income that I put towards my wardrobe. And then other things that I really look forward to. I have been very intentional about having a very polished look as someone who is trying to position myself as a thought leader, but also someone important in my community. I like to be very polished every single time I leave the house. So my wardrobe and my beauty maintenance and my skincare and all of those things are very important to me, and they are very well included in my budgets if you have seen them. The last key component of joy first or joy inclusive budgeting is that you build your budget around the lifestyle that you want. And this is why this has been the budgeting method that speaks most to me, as I am currently in this whole life redesign, taking myself out of survival mode into thriving. If this is the strategy that you most utilize, like myself, then drop a comment in the comment section about what are the non-negotiables that you make sure to include in your budget when you are budgeting. And on to strategy number 3, which is debt reframe. And the concept behind debt reframe strategy is you no longer see paying debt as punishment. The key components of the debt reframe, debt repayment strategy is that you break budgeting down into emotional and financial milestones, and you are rewarding yourself along the way. The second key component is that you start to reframe good debts and bad debts, and you remove the shame around what you had originally thought as bad debt, such as like student loan debt. There are so many people who equate massive student loan debt to failure, and that is not necessarily the case. And so debt reframe, you would reframe that. And I think that has been something that has been the dialogue around that has increased, because I am starting to hear that being in student loan debt or student loan debt is good debt because it is the debt that you used had to utilize to build a career. So the last key component of debt reframe is that you are celebrating small wins, such as every 1K or every 10% or 20% of debt that you have eliminated. If this is the debt strategy that you are using, or that you are combining with one of the traditional ones like debt snowball or debt avalanche, let me know down in the comment section below what is your next milestone and how you will be celebrating it. I'll share mine, although this is not my particular strategy. Our next debt milestone is to eliminate my car. I have a goal to have that paid off by June 30th of 2025, and I will be rewarding us, or more like me, with Beyonce concert tickets. I am the Beyonce fan, not necessarily my husband. So we will be taking a family trip to Atlanta or Georgia. I will go to the concert by myself, and then we will do, you know, some things around Georgia the weekend of the concert, and I am looking forward to it. And so just a quick recap, I will go over the 3 strategies. The first one is cash flow stacking, and that is where you, once you have developed a sustainable source of income, you start to be creative on incorporating other streams of income. The second one is joy first or joy inclusive debt repayment, and that is where your first line item or your very next line item after your income is inclusive of joy, or, you know, prioritizes joy as well. The last strategy is the debt reframe, where you are intentional about reframing good debt and bad debt to good debt. It is inclusive of emotional and financial milestones, and you are rewarding yourself for every small win that you accomplish. So now, if you're like me and you are combining any of these strategies with a traditional strategy like the debt snowball or the debt avalanche, we are doing the debt avalanche, and we have combined that with the joy first or joy inclusive strategy. Absolutely let me know. This strategy is the strategy that works best for me, because I feel like I am at a point where I want more and I know I deserve it. If you are currently paying off debt and you have not heard of these 3 strategies, then absolutely do your research and see if it aligns with or for, you know, you and your outcomes and your goals. And if it works well with combining it again with another more traditional strategy like the debt snowball or the debt avalanche or the other method, which I'm not familiar with, then absolutely do your research and do what works best for you, because you absolutely deserve more, and you should not and do not have to choose between living well and becoming financially responsible. Because at the end of the day, your debt does not define you, your vision does. So I hope that this was helpful. If you are on a similar journey and this information was helpful to you, absolutely please hit the like. If you are using any one of these strategies and they align with you, or you plan to use any one of these strategies, drop the comment in the comment section below and let me know which one best aligns with you. And if you'll be pairing one of these strategies with one of the traditional strategies like I have mentioned several times throughout this video. Also, if you are new to budgeting and you don't quite know where to start, I do have a free budgeting workbook that walks you through budgeting and the budgeting styles. And then I have a template that is available for purchase, and it is an instant download that can help to get, you know, your budget all the way together. It is also the budgeting template that I use when I am doing my monthly budget videos, as well as my weekly budget shorts or recaps. And also, if you want more behind the scenes content, you can follow me over on TikTok. The link is in the description box below. It is Sharia's Debt Diaries, but I do repurpose the information, the TikToks from TikTok onto my YouTube short, so you're not really missing much. But I would love for you to follow me on all platforms should you desire. And if you're not already following me here, make sure you hit subscribe so that you do not miss any videos or any updates. I am trying to do weekly long form videos, and I try to upload a short every single day. And so I would love to have you over here. And if you have any questions about what I'm budgeting, why I'm budgeting, or how, then absolutely list those in the comment section below as well. Thank you so very much for watching. I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye for now.